A report into Universal Credit has shown that there will be winners and losers once the programme is in full operation. The Joseph Rowntree Foundation's research predicts that 200,000 working families will climb above the poverty line once Universal Credit is fully introduced. However, out-of-work families will suffer, with 300,000 expected to fall into poverty. The same goes for financial gains. 5.5 million people in poverty, most of whom are in working families, should experience an increased income. But 3 million people, the majority also in working families, will see a reduced income. Well, I'm now joined by Universal Credit campaigner Alex Tiffin. Alex, hello to you.
Good evening, Bill. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Well, hundreds of thousands of working families out of poverty. Now, that surely is a big advantage.
That is a positive, yes, but then you've also got to look at the losers in this, and once again it's the people who are not in work, some of the most vulnerable, and this report doesn't even address those who are unable to work as well. They've left that out of this report, which is unusual for the Joseph Rowntree Foundation.
But of course, some non-working families will be slipping into poverty, but the government is saying that it does want to make work pay. So surely in the long run, we will see that happening?
It doesn't seem to be that way, because it's not far off a 50-50 split in the long run once the full rollout has been completed. The government are taking this report as a win, saying, well, you know, we have 5 million people are going to be better off, but then 3 million people, and that includes children, some of them are going to be up to £5,000 a year worse off, a family. Some of them purely based on the year their child was born, nothing more, or a fixed date that they decided to claim a benefit because they don't get transitional protection. There is now going to be a two-tier system based on, well, you claimed before this date, so you're worth more than the person who claimed after this date.
This is a new system. Obviously, it's evolving. Many experts, as we've been hearing from earlier, they do back the scheme. They're saying it's teething problems. So what you're talking about now, do you see those problems being addressed in the future, though?
To be honest, no. The recommendations put forward in JRF's report were things that have already been totally flat-out refused by the government. The government already see advances as a solution, although the Trussell Trust Food Bank charity found that it's putting 70% of all new claimants into debt, some of them for the first time. It's not really a new benefit when it's been running since 2013, and they've already had to delay managed migration because they were facing a humiliating defeat in Parliament, so they've just kicked it down the road. So
the whole idea is to have one easy system rather than 6 separate ones, and it isn't working in many areas. But clearly you're a campaigner highlighting these issues. Just briefly, what's your experience and where it's gone wrong for you?
Well, I lost 25% of my body weight. I ended up in hospital after attempting to take my own life because the government, the DWP, refused to give me any help when I run out of food. I had to live on £10.50 a fortnight for about 6 months. That was all I had left after my bills for food. And this isn't an exception. There's thousands and thousands of people like this. And also in the report is the private rented sector's going to be some of the worst hit, which could potentially see evictions because private renters aren't covered fully by Universal Credit's rent system.
Alex, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much indeed for talking to us tonight. Alex Tiffin. That's it for the moment. I'll have more news for you at 9.